I would like to share a mini lesson with those guitar players out there who like to think outside the box. So have you ever thought about combining some funky, interesting bass lines with your chordal playing together at the same time, just like this? This was a very famous tune from Bob Marley and the Wailers called Get Up, Stand Up. So let's check this out. Let's check out how you can do this, okay? The first thing you gotta do is you gotta really know the bass line really well. So just the bass line, not the chords. That's the bass line for the A part, the chorus. And now let's do the bass line for the B part, the verse. Alright, then all you gotta do, and when it comes to reggae it's pretty simple because you just play the skunk beat. All you gotta do now is put the chords on top of that. And of course on top of your A section as well, which is a little bit easier. The simple thing here, and the thing that makes this really easy, is that we're only playing with one chord. It's a C minor chord, and the way I am playing it, I'm playing it here, the standard position that you know and love, and I'm also playing it here when I have to go back for the G on the bass. So it's okay. So two things you gotta know in order to make this work. The two most important tips when it comes to combining bass line with chords. The first tip is that you need to know what note you have on the bass, because you don't always have the root note on the bass, right? And this is a very good example because sometimes in this one you have the third on the bass, the minor third of the C chord, of the C minor chord, which is an E flat. So it goes. You see, you have the E flat on the bass. And then you have the G on the bass, which is the fifth. So it revolves around the root on the bass, the third on the bass, and the fifth on the bass. Basically your 1, 3, 5, right? It's very straightforward. And similar situation happens for your verse section. Look, it's targeting the bass, it's targeting the third. And the second most important tip is you need to know when your chords will land together with the bass or when they will land contrary to the bass. So check this out. Now it lands contrary to the bass, right? But then it will land with the bass. And on the second note, the E flat, I have to play the chord together with the E flat. So it's and here it lands with the bass as well. And And the third thing, actually, there's a third tip, is divide it into little subsections and work on it in little subsections. Don't go for the whole thing altogether. So if I were to practice this and learn it from the top, like let's say I don't know how to do it already, what I would do is this. Just this one, this little thing only, until I get it, the sync between the bass, the chords, the right hand, the left hand, all together blended nicely. And then I would do the same thing. So that this helps me realize the second thing that I told you earlier, where the chord lands with the bass or where it lands contrary to the bass. This helps me really like internalize this information. And then it will go. Like divide it into little subsections and focus on each subsection until it really grooves and it's really synced. And then of course you combine it all together. Like seriously, imagine how much cooler it would be to play a gig with your singer, or if you sing, even better, because then you're a one-man or one-woman kind of band, and you don't need anyone. You can do like the chords and the bass all at once, just by yourself. Imagine how much more pleasurable this will be, like for yourself, for your singer, and for the audience as well, as opposed to just going just this, you know? Let's face it, the bass is like super duper important. It's like 50% of the music, right? So that's a nice thing to always be aware of, not just for this tune, but for every tune that you want to play, especially if you're in an acoustic gig situation, okay? And not only it will be more pleasurable, but it will be so much easier for you to get gigs, you know? Because you know, singers will be very looking forward to play with you, and they will be hiring you to play with them in their gigs. Let's face it, it's giving you a superpower that is way more important than all the shredding stuff. That, don't get me wrong, they're nice and I like them too sometimes, but these kind of things are way more important if you want to work as a musician. Now, if concepts like this sound like super duper interesting to you, all you have to do is reach out, send me a personal message, and we will talk about maybe how we can help you further with how we can expand your musical creativity and reach higher levels of musical freedom. Thank you for watching. Take care. Get up and stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up and stand up. Don't give up the fight.